I just heard you, Enzo.
Wait, what?
I can hear Enzo just talking here.
Okay, we're going to begin. Today's story is The Night Worker. This is the next book that we've been reading about construction. And in this book, there's a story about a boy who goes to a construction site and sees all the different vehicles and equipment that workers use to construct things. And while you're reading, I want you to think about what you do as someone who is a construction worker, and what do you use to construct either artwork, buildings in the block area, or what you use at home to construct things. I know that Sebastian uses Legos sometimes. And whether or not you construct by yourself, or what's better when you're constructing, to construct on your own or with someone? Is it always better to construct by yourself, or is it always better to construct with a group of people? That's what we're going to be thinking about while we read. The Night Worker, written by Kate Banks, pictures by George Halensblend. I want to make sure that I'm recording. I am. Good. Okay, The Night Worker. Night falls, bedtime comes, Papa kisses Alex goodnight. Then he puts on his hard hat. He is an engineer, and he is a night worker. Take me with you, whispers Alex. Not tonight, says Papa. An engineer is someone who designs or draws and creates things to be constructed. So he's the guy who figures out he's the person who figures out all the parts that need to come together to make something big happen. Then one night, Papa has a surprise. It's a hard hat for Alex. Alex puts it on and smiles. Come on, says Papa. And while Mama sleeps, Alex and Papa head quietly into the night. A street sweeper is making his rounds. A delivery man parks his truck. He stops to talk to a policewoman. They are night workers too, says Papa. I want to be a night worker, says Alex. Based on this reading, who else is a night worker here? Show me a hand if you have an idea. Yes, Sebastian.
Oh, hi. Hi, Sebastian.
Sebastian, who else is a night worker?
Oh, hi, Enzo. You're the one who's laughing. But I wonder who else is.
Wait, what?
Sebastian, who else is a night worker?
Your dad?
The dad is. He's the engineer. Anyone else from this page? Orla, who else is a night worker?
Oh, oops. Mama.
Can you say it loud?
Mama.
I'll read it again. A street sweeper is making his rounds. A delivery man parks his truck. He stops to talk to a policewoman. They are night workers too, says Papa. I want to be a night worker too.
Go there.
Who else is a night worker? We've got the policewoman. She's a night worker. The street sweeper works at night. The delivery man parks his truck. He's a night worker. All of these people are night workers. They work at night.
Oh my.
Papa pulls into the construction site. Alex hears the rattle and clang of heavy machinery. Men are hollowing out the earth. A building is going up.
Yes.
Papa and Alex switch on their flashlights, and as they survey the worksite, stars shine like beacons for the night workers. So the stars are shining so that they can see the work that they're doing. They've got heavy lights that help them to see what they're doing at night. It says they survey the worksite. Survey is another word for looking around. So if you're surveying, you're seeing all around you. Everybody try to survey what's around you in your room right now. If you survey what's in your room, tell me something that you see in your room. Raise a hand to tell me what you have surveyed in your room. Nina, what do you survey in your room? What do you see when you're looking around?
Oh.
Nina, can you tell us? Minjun, can you tell us?
I see a toy shopping cart, and I see a computer. I see a printer.
A bus?
Dee, what do you see?
I see I see a basket full of musical instruments and a toy box.
How about you, Sebastian? What do you see when you survey?
Papers on the floor that I painted yesterday.
All right, good. Good surveying your new. I see Dennis and Bingo's litter box. I see
Bingo.
books behind me.
Mr. Jamie, what about me?
What do you see, Marcus, when you survey your room?
I see a Lego house I was working on for 3 years.
For 3 years. Wow. So you've been constructing out of Legos for 3 years, one house?
Yeah, for
Nice.
3 years.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Do you work on it at night?
I worked it out. I only worked it out at night.
You do. So you're a night worker when you're building your Lego house. All right, we're going to continue. Papa stops to talk to the foreman. He spreads out a plan of the project. We're digging here, he says. He points to a bulldozer leveling the ground. Clouds rise from the dust as a steel shovel pushes soil into a midnight mountain. An excavator rumbles and turns. It reaches its giant arm into the air and Alex waves back. Then it sinks its teeth into the earth and lets out a groan like a giant rolling over in a bed. This is the excavator. And the giant arm was waving to Alex. So he waved back. In a corner, a cement mixer hums steadily. Men are pouring concrete and sealing off the earth. They are laying the foundation, says Papa. What are they building? Or what are they constructing at this construction site at night? What do you think is happening? Elijah.
They're gonna build a house.
You think a house? Any other ideas?
I don't.
Using a cement mixer and an excavator? Nina, it sounds like you're talking, but I can't hear you. Are you saying something? No? Okay.
Hey, you just talked to your mom?
Lena.
Marcus, what do you think that they're building?
I think they're building a hotel. And also, can I show you when I was working for 3 years?
You can show us if you show us the video, and then you can also show us after the book.
Okay.
You have to turn on your camera, though. Enzo, what do you think they're building at this construction site?
You turn on the camera.
Oh, that's how. You just press button to take a picture.
Enzo got a mute.
I gotta
Wait, what?
Sorry, Enzo, we can't hear you. We gotta unmute you. Hitting unmute, nothing happens.
I don't hear anything. I only hear Mr. Jamie and everyone. I see only Connell. Hi, Connell.
Hi, Marcus, but I can't see you.
I can say
Enzo.
yo.
Enzo, what do you think they're constructing at this construction site?
I can see Mr. Jamie too. It had Miss Jenna. But I wonder.
Marcus, I'm gonna mute
Wait.
you because I can't hear Enzo. Oh, Enzo just muted again. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Oh, just music.
Muting all. He hoists Alex onto a railing. A crane moves its mammoth load across the sky while someone keeps watch from a booth overhead. The crane moves its mammoth load. Another word for mammoth is really big. I want to help, says Alex. A big yellow loader starts its engine. Up you go, says Papa. He sets Alex down beside the driver. Slowly they crawl along the gravel. The driver puts Alex's hands on the levers. Ready, he says. Alex nods and pushes down. I'm a night worker too, Alex says, emptying his load. The dump truck closes its gate and drives off. A whistle sounds. Gears grind to a halt. It's time for the night workers to take a break. Papa and Alex survey the site one last time. All motion is stopped, like a held breath. Papa lifts Alex into his arms. I'm tired, says Alex. And they head back into the night. A couple stands under a streetlight. A woman is walking a dog. Now that there are more people out, what's happening? Whoops, unmute. What's happening now that more people are coming out? If there's people walking the dog, Alex is getting tired. What do you think what time of day is it going to be?
Nighttime. Morning.
Morning,
Morning.
because more people are coming out. And he's getting tired from working at night. So all the construction is stopped.
I said morning.
It is late. Alex takes off his hard hat. He pulls on his pajamas and crawls into bed. Morning comes, and while the city wakes, a little boy sleeps and dreams of being a night worker. So what happens at the end of this story? Show me a hand if you have
my
night-
house.
Show me a hand if you can tell me what happens at the end